Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them as the best revenge is about the strategic power of indifference and the wisdom in not engaging with what you cannot control or possess. By obsessing over something or someone unattainable, you only magnify its importance, which gives it power over you. The moment you make something seem important or worthy of your attention, you elevate it, and in the world of power, attention is currency. Instead, the law teaches that the most potent response to things you can't have, or those who seek to provoke you, is to act as if they do not matter at all. At its core, this law is about emotional discipline and maintaining control over your reactions. Human nature makes us inclined to desire the unattainable even more fiercely. When we cannot have something, it haunts us, consuming our thoughts and actions. But this desire often clouds our judgment and traps us in a cycle of frustration and envy. The pursuit of what is out of reach can lead to irrational decisions and wasted energy. This law advises that the real power comes from rising above such impulses, detaching yourself from what you cannot attain, and diminishing its significance in your life. In many ways, this law also applies to conflict. When others attack you, insult you, or seek to provoke a reaction, they are trying to draw you into their drama or make themselves relevant by forcing you to acknowledge them. The moment you respond, even defensively, you are giving them what they want, your attention. But if you ignore them, treating their provocations as beneath you, you strip them of any power they hope to gain over you. Your indifference shows that their efforts are ineffective, that you are too composed and powerful to be bothered. This in itself is a form of psychological dominance. By ignoring what you cannot have, you not only preserve your emotional energy, but also cultivate an air of superiority. Indifference sends a message that whatever is out of reach is not worth your time or effort. It allows you to maintain your focus on things you can control and what truly matters to your goals. In contrast, when you obsess over the unattainable, you reveal a vulnerability, signaling to others that you are affected by external forces. This weakens your position and opens you up to manipulation. This law also applies to rivalries or competitions. If someone surpasses you in some way, whether it's in status, wealth, or influence, acknowledging their victory or superiority only solidifies their advantage. Complaining or openly showing envy makes your dissatisfaction visible to the world, exposing your insecurity. Instead, by dismissing their success as irrelevant to your path, you maintain your own dignity and power. This doesn't mean you are ignoring reality. It means you are refusing to let others dictate your emotional state or self-worth. You are showing that their achievements do not affect your trajectory. One of the more subtle implications of this law is that ignoring what you cannot have can often lead to greater gains in the long run. When you demonstrate that something is beneath your notice, it can paradoxically increase your value in the eyes of others. People are drawn to those who seem unbothered by material things, petty conflicts, or the trappings of superficial success. This creates an aura of self-sufficiency and confidence, which can make you appear more powerful and alluring. Often, the things or people you initially couldn't have may eventually come to you on more favorable terms, because you showed the discipline to not chase them in desperation. This law also touches on the idea that, in power dynamics, less is often more. The more you react to provocations or unattainable desires, the more you entangle yourself in unnecessary drama. By cultivating a sense of emotional distance, you free yourself from these entanglements, keeping your focus on what truly matters. The less you show interest or desire for what you can't have, the more space you create for new opportunities that align with your strengths and aspirations. This is a form of strategic detachment that allows you to stay nimble and in control. Moreover, ignoring provocations or things beyond your reach signals that you are in control of your emotions. Emotional control is a hallmark of power. Those who cannot control their emotional responses are easily manipulated and often make impulsive decisions that backfire. When you are able to walk away from something that would otherwise tempt or provoke you, you show a mastery over yourself that is rare and valuable in any power dynamic. Others will notice your restraint and self-discipline, and they will respect you for it, even if grudgingly. This law is also effective in interpersonal relationships, whether in business, friendships, or romance. Showing indifference to someone who is trying to gain your approval or attention can make you more desirable. People often want what they can't have, and when you make it clear that you are not easily influenced by others' efforts to woo or manipulate you, it can increase their respect and desire for your attention. This creates a dynamic where you are in control of the relationship because you are dictating the terms of engagement. It's important to note that ignoring what you cannot have does not mean ignoring everything that challenges you. It's about selectively choosing where to invest your energy. If something is truly important to your goals and within your grasp, it's worth pursuing with focus and determination. But if it's something that only serves to distract you, provoke unnecessary conflict, or is unattainable, then indifference is your best weapon. Power often comes from the ability to let go of what does not serve you and to focus relentlessly on what does. Ultimately, Law 36. Disdain things you cannot have. Ignoring them as the best revenge is about the psychological edge you gain by refusing to be drawn into battles or pursuits that are unwinnable or trivial. By ignoring provocations, diminishing the importance of what you cannot have, and refusing to give power to those who seek it from you, you maintain your own sense of control and authority. In the long game of power, the ability to let go and remain unaffected is a subtle but potent form of dominance. It ensures that you are never a slave to your desires or the whims of others. Indifference becomes a shield that guards your focus, your energy, and your power.